Attack on Titan latest episode will blow your head off. And I mean literally. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another breakdown video of the final season of Attack on Titan. This episode, like its name, is mostly about different brothers in the story. But later on, the episode takes another turn and starts dealing with the biggest issues of Attack on Titan. So much to talk about and a lot of little details to pay attention to. We're going to talk about only the events that took place in this specific episode, so there won't be any spoilers for anime watchers. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and come say hi to me on your favorite social media platform. And now, let's get to the latest episode. Episode 19 is called Brothers. It picks off right where we left, with Zeke dropping to the ground. Eren's Titan keeps on moving towards him as Porco goes for another attack. This time, Eren doesn't take it easy on him, causing damage to his actual neck, and we can see the damage inflicted on Porco's human head. Eren gets stopped with another shot from MangaHorse and the Cult Titan, and we see Paradise soldiers getting killed all around Peak. On a nearby rooftop, Queen Mikasa saves Armin from getting shot, while Connie destroys the threat with a well-aimed thunder spear. Down in the street, Pixies is leading the rest of the soldiers who drank the wine, trying to flank the enemy and to attack them from behind, keeping away from their own soldiers. We get another shot of Yelena watching the fight from up top. Yes, Yelena, you are dangerously cringy. We get that. Moving on. On the ground, we see Zeke regaining his consciousness, watching Eren trying to push Reiner's Titan off of him. When Reiner holds Eren, he comes in contact with Porco, and that triggers a memory, Marcel's confession to Reiner, a moment we saw on previous season. Back then, he confessed to Reiner that he lied, just so Reiner will get in and his brother will be saved. But Porco never knew that, and the fact that Reiner took his place was the main reason why they never got along. Porco always believed he deserved it much more than Reiner. Not far away, Zeke starts waking up and MangaHorse needs to take another shot, quick. Zeke is ready to use his scream and to summon his titans. But a moment before he does, Colt and Falco arrive, and here we get yet another brother trying to protect his younger brother, as Colt begs for Zeke to leave Falco out of this. And it's important to say, Zeke sometimes seems a little cold and without emotions, but he is far from that. He is not an evil person, and actually, he sincerely believes that what he is doing is the right thing for Eldians and also for the world. So you can see how upset he is from this situation, but unfortunately, now there is nothing more for him to do, and in a sad moment, he tells Colt that he understands his pain of trying to protect his brother. After all, Zeke himself is trying to protect and save his younger brother. But all that didn't matter, as the beast unleashes his scream for the second time on Shiganshina and triggered the most amazing scene. Everything turns slow motion as all the people who drank the wine simultaneously start feeling something is wrong. Pixies is one of them. In front of Zeke, Colt won't let Falco go. His big brother will always be by his side. We see Gabi watch Falco as the transformation starts, and all of a sudden, all of Shiganshina is filled with titans. Again. The incredible smart addition to the anime was adding the same background music we had on the first season, when the titans breached the walls and surprised everyone. Only this time, that horrible experience goes to Marley, who are not trained with fighting titans at close range, just like the people of Shiganshina weren't. And soon after, we see the soldiers getting eaten all around. This entire scene was so dark and brutal, with minimal censorship, so yes, MAPPA did an awesome job here. Falco's new titan comes out of the smoke, and Zeke immediately unleashes him on Reiner. Reiner is now trying to stop Eren while defending against Falco, and in this moment, Reiner is considering killing Falco's Titan. His main objective is to stop Eren from using the power of the Founding Titan. Falco's Titan go for Reiner's neck, while Peak shoots Zeke's Titan one more time, and Gabi sees Colt's dead body, still holding his anti-Titan rifle. Peak tries to take a shot at Eren, who looks seriously angry. Look at that face! Armin attacks Peak with a thunder spear, while Mikasa takes down the soldiers and faces the Cart Titan. On the ground, Reiner is convinced that Zeke is dead. That means Eren can't use his power and the objective was achieved. That's when he decides to give up on his life and give Falco his Titan, like he always intended. Falco starts biting into his nape while Gabby looks at everything from the side completely terrified. But suddenly, Falco's Titan leaves Reiner and backs off. In the distance, we see Porco walking, with half of his face still gone. He uses all of his power to heal. He can't use his Titan anymore. And at this moment, he makes sure that Reiner remembers what Marcel told him. Porco was always the better warrior, and Reiner was picked because of Marcel. This is all Porco ever wanted, and with that, Falco's Titan slides down and eats him. Seeing this, Reiner throws a punch at Eren's Titan, but Eren crystallizes his Titan, locking Reiner in place. Eren comes out of the back of his Titan and starts running, and at that moment, Reiner sees that Zeke is still alive and waiting for Eren. Zeke just did what Pieck did in the previous episode and tricked everyone he was dead. All hell breaks loose as Eren starts running and Reiner tries to catch him. Some welcome fix to this scene was Eren's pants, which magically grew back on in the manga. That caused a lot of confusion and false theories, so I am really happy it's fixed now. Reiner almost catches Eren, but gets deflected by thunder spears. From above, Jean and Connie protect Eren. And on top of the wall, Armin and Mikasa, facing the cart Titan. Eren races towards Zeke, and we get one of the most anticipated scenes from the manga. Gabby, holding Colt's giant gun. She aims at Eren, who looks at her. She shoots, and instantly, Eren's head goes flying off in front of terrified Zeke. On a personal note, I could never imagine this scene to be so revealing. A lot of manga readers, me included, couldn't even imagine how this scene could possibly be animated. But here we are, the most brutal and uncensored scene I have ever seen in Attack on Titan. Amazing adaptation from MAPPA, who keeps on killing it. From this point, our episode takes a very sudden turn, and there is a lot to talk about. Also, if you haven't already, that's the perfect time to smash that subscribe button, only if you like. But yeah, do it. Do it. The episode jumps to the time on Marley and Zeke and Eren's secret meeting. This was the moment Zeke confirmed with Eren that he shared the same vision as he did. Eren agrees that it was better if Eldians were never born. So, he is willing to go with Zeke's euthanasia plan. He also mentions more memories from Grisha he got at some point. But more on that on later episodes. The two brothers couldn't shake hands at that moment to not activate the rumbling. So Zeke throws a baseball at Eren instead of shaking his hand. Eren can't catch it and drops it to the ground. This is how he got the baseball in the scene with Falco. But here's something nice. The baseball throw is a symbolic handshake, and Eren dropping the ball is simply him not accepting Zeke's plan. He is simply saying, no deal. And more on that soon. But first, something extremely crucial you need to understand. Back on the battlefield, we see everyone frozen in time. But they are not. Nothing is frozen. Of trying to show you the power of the founding titan, and how time in the paths works differently. Also, pay attention that Zeke, which is now holding Eren's head, is also in this bullet time scenario, and is not actually transported anywhere. So nothing is actually frozen, things are simply happening all at the same time. Those facts will help you understand a lot of crazy things that are about to come, so it is extremely important detail to understand. We go to a series of flashing images us manga readers call the memories panel. This is full of spoilers, and I will probably do a separated video just about it, but no spoilers today, so I won't go into heavy details. We see flash images of Mikasa, Reiner, Faye, Grisha's young sister, and then Frida Reyes. After that, we see Reiner and Armin, the Reyes family, Falco, Connie and Sasha, two strange people in a room, the Colossal Titan, and then a very quick shot of the actual cover of Shonen Jump with the guys in the sauna. That was not in the manga. Then Grisha and some unrecognized boy. We also see the basement key, a bird, and some weird versions of Mikasa and Armin. And suddenly, Eren finds himself facing a giant tree of light. These are the paths. Behind him, we see Zeke with chains all around him. He explains that he was sitting here for years, waiting for Eren to come here, to show us again how time works differently there. For Eren, it felt like an instant, while for Zeke, it's been years. And you can see that from his long beard and fingernails. He tells Eren that they came in contact right after Gabi shot him, and that now they have achieved the power of the Founder. From the Tree of Light, the little girl comes towards them, and we finally get her name. This is Ymir Fritz, the founder of all Eldians, but she appears as a little slave girl. Here we get a cool detail about Titans. This is the place the previous holders of the Founding Titan reached when they used the power. When summoning their Titans, the Titans arrive instantly, but each time the Titan is called, Ymir simply takes her time and builds the Titan from the sand, and then she sends it down to the shifter. For the Titan shifters, the transformation seems instant. That is again thanks to how time works differently in the paths, and things that take a long time there might be instant in the real world, and we will see more examples for that in the near future. And that is exactly what Ymir's been doing all this time. Alone, just making Titans and serving blindly the royal family who just kept on using her power. Zeke tells Eren it's time he orders her to fulfill their plan, and Eren then asks him about those chains around him. Zeke tells him that those chains represent the vow to renounce war, the same vow that King Fritz set that made future royal blood users follow his ideals. He tells Eren that he is powerless because of it, and that Eren has the true power. This was Zeke's test for Eren, to see if he will go with his plan, and Eren fails this test, as he finally reveals to his brother that he is not going to follow his plan. He then calls out to Ymir to give him her power, but she just goes past him and goes straight to Zeke. But here comes the next twist. Zeke looks devastated learning that Eren tried to trick him. He stands up and tells him that he was lying, that Eren was simply the key for him to get there, but the lock that holds the real power of the Founder belongs to Zeke. He explains that even though Ymir is extremely powerful, in reality she is just a slave with no willpower of her own. She will just follow blindly any royal family member. He tells Eren that in the time he spent there, he learned how to bypass the vow to renounce war, as he breaks the chains made out of sand, and instead Eren now finds himself with chains on both of his hands. He tells Eren that he is now sure that he was brainwashed by Grisha. He knows it's not Eren's fault, and he promises to fix Eren using the power of the Founder. Eren tells him there is no point, but Zeke promises he will be right next to him. He grabs Eren's head and the two come in contact. And that is the end of this truly spectacular episode. I mean, it exceeded all of my expectations and it was done beautifully. And for anime watchers, sit tight, because you're going to go on one of the craziest rides when the next episode will drop. And that is all for today, my Titan loving friends, and thank you all for joining me today. I will see you all real soon, and until then, don't forget to dedicate your hearts to humanity inside and outside the walls.